Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to episode 2 of Old Stream Farms. Dun dun dun. Hi, Balloon. How we doing? I'd like to welcome everybody back. I hope you guys are all doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. On this episode, it's going to be a little shorter because I'm running a little bit late tonight. I was watching the UFC fights with my son. Dun, dun, dun. So, I had a request, just a request. Didn't ask me, didn't do nothing. And we're going to take it as a request to turn my vehicle volume up by Mr. Holden. Dun, dun, dun. And that's what I did. I'm hoping you like it. I'm hoping you enjoy it a little bit better. We are going to spend, like I said, this episode getting some cows back. And I also had a request from Mr. Russell, who has asked me for several Let's Plays, and I was kind of playing it off, to bring in a few more cows than just 5. I like to start with like 5 on the small farms. So we're going to bring in like 25. How's that count? Sound, Russell, sorry. So let's head up to the store. Let me see if this is better holding for you. A little more immersive. If I find myself having to yell over the tractor, I might turn it down a little bit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring some straw back. Now, normally on a ultra realistic, I would head down to the animal dealer, but because this video is just going to be a little bit shorter, I am going to simulate that we got them delivered. We'll just pay the delivery fee. Nice. Just walk right across the road. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So first thing we're going to buy is a front loader. So, or actually, you know what? The first thing we're going to buy is the straw blower. I'm going to go up to animals. We're going to go over to here. We're going to get the straw baler, which is actually, you know what? Let's use just the mixing wagon. We don't need a straw blower. But we're going to simulate realism. So let's get that first. Let's get the straw blower. Now, I had to, the other reason I'm late is because I had to start over because I had my game freeze on me. I was absolutely crazy. What happened was it was kind of funny, but kind of weird at the same time. 1 second. Boom. And boom. So I don't have to talk and do something at the same time. And now we're going to get our front loader tools. We're going to get our bale spike, which I don't like the bale spike in this game. But I don't have any others downloaded. And I'm not using that thing. So we'll use this. I'll try to find one on the in-game mod hub or Simply Safe mods that work better. No, so I was blowing the straw in. We got about 5 minutes uploaded and ready to go. And I was talking away, and I went down into like this to show the particles, and it froze the game. I was like, no. Whoops. To the point where I had to shut the game off. It was weird. We'll start with like 2 bales of straw and see where it brings us. I also, as you guys know, don't have manual attach hooked up anymore. I think it's just too much of a pain to have to stop talking what I'm talking about to work it out like that. So while we're up here at the store, let's get the trivia out of the way. Trivia. Since we are starting with the Fent 500 favorite series, what year did the Fent 500 series come out? What year did this tractor come out? Try not to Google it. Try not to ask Jeeves. That shows you my age right there. Just try to answer it on your own, even if it's just a guess. I don't care. Ready and go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And your final answer. Ready and go. All right, so we're going to start with 2 straw bales. We'll head down. We'll buy our cows. I'll try to keep this episode to right around a half an hour so you guys can look up in the corner when we hit 10 o'clock. I'll wrap the video up just this time, and then we'll start going maybe, and we'll start alternating them because we want to try to keep it somewhat. I did turn the sensitivity down to more realistic speeds, as you can see. It makes a little bit more sense. I will have to get a weight. This tractor is actually a little underweight for 2 bales. Not going to get one right now. I'm not going to lie, Holden. I kind of like the tractor volume being up a little bit better. Thank you for the suggestion. And we can adjust it too. We can turn it up and down and turn it up and down compared to where we need to. Remember, this one's about making this the best series we can, as realistic as we can. All right, so let's back her up, slide it in there, and shabang! Look at that. When you're driving on the road with your bale forks, as I explained in Fs22, you want to keep your bale forks pointed down. You don't want to stab the poor driver in front of you. Now, I also think, too, that we usually use Holsteins, because that's what I grew up on, and you know what? Yeah, let's use Holsteins. The only thing, this tractor, I have to point this out, too. The inside dash is a little weird, a little wonky. The lights are throwing me off. It's my OCD, I think, the little dotted lights there that are lit up, and it doesn't light up very well. But that's okay. I mean, it's still a really nice mod, and I'm not going to bash the mod makers because it's a really super looking mod on the outside and on the inside. Oh, the other thing is, too, I want to bring to your guys' attention, I was mistaken when I was given my tour of the farm. We'll drive right by it here, so I'll show you real quick. See, I just like how everything's close. The store's close, everything's close, so it's not like you're driving 600 miles away. And the only reason I went square bales is look at that hill. Can you imagine trying to do round bales on this map? Absolutely crazy. I think you'd lose half of them. I want to give a shout out to Triple D Honey, who pointed this out to me. Okay, remember how I said in my tutorial, or my walk around, that this was a sleep trigger and this was a sleep trigger? No, I was mistaken. This is a sleep trigger and this is a dress trigger. See? Oh, that is wait a minute. Oh yeah, see? Awesome. You can do that. That's pretty kind of cool. Awesome. All right, so you are right, Holden. Or not Holden, Triple D Honey. My fault. I got your names mixed up. Shut these doors. My OCD kills me. I don't like them open. But it's a pretty detailed house. Not going to lie. This is pretty cool. All right, so let's get in here. We'll spend this whole half an hour getting our animals set up. Oh, and by the way, Russell, there's your header trailer. He tried to get me to use one on Calmsden, and I wouldn't do it. I kept making excuses. I kept telling him, no, da. Well, Russ, you're right. On this map, with the traffic and everything, we are going to need this. This is the smallest in-game one you can get, and I figured even if we bought like a 4-meter header, it still should fit on here pretty good. I don't like the green. This green, it resembles too much John Deere, and that's why I don't use the Fendt Green Classic. Even though I'm a huge Fendt fan, my favorite tractors are Case. And like I said before, I grew up using John Deere equipment and things on our farm, but I grew up beginning almost to loathe the green. So I just love the way this map is set up. It just feels like home. All right, so we're going to get up here first. There's your straw trigger. See how it's facing that way like I told you guys? jump out here. We're going to jump in here. We're going to do a little maze. We're going to do a little dance. We're going to make a little love. We're going to get down tonight. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so let's buy us. I was going to try the brown Swiss. But you know what? I've never used them before. So let's do something. It's still, because I always use Holstein. But let's use brown Swiss this time. How's that sound? And this one's going out to Russell, who lives in New Zealand, by the way. What an awesome. You had a fighter tonight that was representing New Zealand. Israel Adesanya, or whatever. I may have misbutchered his name, but he's from New Zealand. Well, he's actually from Africa, but he lives in New Zealand now, and he was fighting a guy from Australia. So you guys are like neighbors. But I'm going to get 25 for you, Russell. Just for you. Yeah, I never did brown Swiss, so there we go. It's only 41,000 for 21 cows. Now remember, this holds 150. Brown, but there's some black ones here too. See, to me, these would be more like steak ones with the horns. Hi, Balloon. They make a lot of noise. All right, so let's get this here. All right, we'll get this loading. We'll head out of here, just so it doesn't do it again on me. Because if it did it again on me, I'd lose it. Now, do these doors open too? I'm assuming. Yes, they do. What I like is how you can walk up here and it tells you, see, straw. Now, each one of those bales is 9,000, so we'll get like enough in here for the day, and then we'll head up and we'll grab 2 bales in a mixing wagon. Because even though we can get away with hay on this and it only represents food, for realism purposes, we are still going to use total mix rations. So what I was doing that caused it to freeze is, you see how it's blowing in there? I tried to get the most awesome view. I was like in the straw particles, and I was like boom, boom, boom. And what it did is it froze the game, but it teleported me under the map. I was like, that's weird. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was awesome. But see, we can sit back here and make sure. This is actually pretty wide, everyone. You can probably bring some pretty decent sized equipment in here to get that. But we'll go up and we'll buy 2 bales of hay, just so it's realistic at first, because this time of year in August, people would still be having, they wouldn't have much silage made. I wish you could let's just park this, because we're going to use that shed right there for bales, I think, because these small fields, I don't think you're going to get many bales off of them. Like, how many bales are you going to get off 1 acre? Maybe 1. Maybe 1. Like this one here, if we made that grass, like how many bales are we going to get off that? Like 1? So, I really want to thank each and every one of you for the support, the love that you guys gave me during my rant. It makes me blush. I love each and every one of you. You know that. But now we're doing something that I like to do and that you guys all like to do, and we're having a lot of fun. See that? That's got to be from... This is definitely Europe, because that's like a Volkswagen mix, isn't it? All right, so now we're going to buy our mixing wagon, so we have it. Even though this has a bale trigger on it, we can put bales right in it. We're going to do this realistically and use a mixing wagon. We're going to go a little bit. I got one downloaded, the Silo King, but I don't want a big one. So let's go back to the little ones. And I know, will this one fit 2 bales? Well, the nice thing is it will. Yeah, let's use the small one, and we'll get 2 bales of hay down here, and These are the little ones. We don't want those. 2 bales of hay. Now, this is super realistic in the sense of you would, if you needed it, you would be able to buy it from a feed store. Because they do. I mean, you go to like an Agway, you can buy hay bales right now. Now, I've got to try to find a pallet fork, or not pallet fork. What do you call that there? Bale fork. Bale fork. Get it right, Fury. Bale fork. That's a little bit more my style. I need the longer support bars on the front because I want to be able to pick up 3 bales and stack them. This is probably going to be the biggest piece of equipment that we have. Everything else, you guys wait, other than the harvester. Everything else is going to be like 3 meters. Oh, I like that. I like that. How it just kind of takes it. Perfect. Now, will that... Yeah, I think that will. That'll just... Even if I have extra, it'll just chop it down when I need it, right? Oh, how cool is that? I've got to look on the in-game mod hub or Simply Safe Mods to see if they have a straw chopper or thing. Because what we used to do is in the wintertime when we were bored, we would chop up a bunch of... it looked like a giant mixing wagon, but you would put it in like this bale like this and it would chop it up. So, which is exactly what this is doing, actually. I really like the white wheels on this. Look how nice everything just matches. Whew, scared me, car. See what I mean, Russ? There's cars everywhere. They come out of nowhere and everything. That's why I got to use the header trailer. But I hope, Holden, that you like the volume up a little bit more. Other tractors, I don't mind. So far, it doesn't feel like I'm yelling over it. All right, so let me, before I go any further, let me make sure we are on the left side. Is there any side? Can't switch sides on this. Okay. It is what it is. So it would be the left side anyways, because there's the door. Oh, listen to the rocks and stuff as you roll over them. Oh, I love it. Whoops, I see the hay trigger's back here. Okay. Ever since it froze, it makes me a little nervous. Now, you see how it just gives you food? See? So, if I put mixed rations in there, it's just going to say food. But we're going to do it that way. Maybe the first go-around in this. Since we're going to be next month in September, we'll just get some hay and feed them hay through the winter. Or maybe we'll just make silage. No, you can't just feed them silage. That's one thing I found out about Fs22. It got me stung twice. All right. So, it used up all of our food, all of our straw. That's awesome. I want to see if this might be big enough to put my wagon in there. Might be. Ooh, poked myself. Oh, yeah. Like a glove. Is that going to hit that gate? We'll find out right now, won't we? Nope. Good deal. Awesome. All right, so now we are going to drop this off and head up and grab a bucket and a weight. Let's keep our stuff like that in here. Always Fury just floors it. I always have to make sure I stop. There's so many tractors. Almost forgot to turn my beacon on. You guys didn't remind me. Whenever you're on the road, you want to turn your beacon on. When you're in the fields and stuff, you turn it off. See how like the store is like right here? So it's not like even Calmston is really far away. Not really far. I have to get it, you know. Front loader tools. This is going to be, yeah, we'll just get the universal bucket. I was going to use a skid steer to unload all the manure and stuff, but we're just going to use this. We're going to try to keep it as minimalistic as we can. So I'm not jumping between a bunch of tractors and... Oops, that's me. That's me. Now, you can see the little white dots and stuff on my shovel. And what that is I still have the Terraform mob downloaded. But I'm not going to give the links away. Like I explained to you guys in the beginning, we had one person ask for the links to, or asked how to get Hastings, North Dakota. My suggestion, because I'm not going to put the links out for it, because it's an unauthorized mod, I'm going to just tell you to go under Google and hit Fs22 Hastings, North Dakota 16x map, and it'll take you to all the links that they have downloaded. Okay? Welcome, 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 all the new family members. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Realistic Farming Channel, where we do everything real that we can possibly do within the constraints of the game. Now, because we don't want to drive around with our front loader on, I'll adjust all these when we get a chance. Right now, I'm just getting them off of here. There. Oh, I forgot my weight. That's all right. We'll get it next time. Pull this in here, and this is where we're going to start next time. Going to wrap this up here. I just wanted to make sure that we got our animals. You guys like that volume better? All right, so let's go over here and check on our animals to make sure that they got food and straw. Okay. 25 of them, that's for Russ. And now our manure will spawn here. Our slurry will spawn out here. This is where our slurry is. We've got 3 bunkers for silage, but what we're going to do is we're going to stack silage bales in these bunkers, because once they're wrapped, they can stay outside. Okay, so we're going to put silage in there, silage in there, and silage in there. Now, the common myth is that you most of the time you don't want to leave your straw bales or your hay bales out in the weather. But the truth be known is this. If you're using round bales, you can use them and leave them outside because they will hold their integrity, and the top part of the bale will be the only thing the snow and the rain hits. The rest of the bale will stay dry. Because in real life, they come with netting on them. The big ones do. And the white netting around it pretty much protects it from the weather for the most part. A lot of farmers that I know personally will leave their straw bales and their hay bales right out in the field, and they'll go pick them up and they'll stack them outside. If you get a chance, go check out how farms work. They leave their straw and their hay bales right outside. I think they have a shed that's about this size. They stack as many, more like actually this size. They stack as many of them as in there they can. After that, they leave them outside, and they go use them. They're fodder bales, which is, to explain for you, the people who don't know what cool, super realistic, that don't know what fodder is. When you cut down corn, you get the stalks, you harvest it, and then you get the little stalks that are left up. You take a mulcher, and you go over that, and it mulches it down into basically straw-like fiber, and then you windrow it, and you bale it, and you feed your cows that. You can feed them fodder. You can use it for bedding. And we used to do it too, but we didn't grow a lot of corn. We grew soybeans, and we grew primarily soybeans. And we got our hay. So our mixed rations on our farm was hay bales mixed with soybeans, and then a bale of silage. That was because we put the soybeans in there for protein. You can also use corn, but the problem with corn is it has starch in it, and the starch will take their little legs and make lactic acid in it, and being that 90% of their weight is in their belly, their joints start to get down, and then you find them just not wanting to get up. That's it. See, we have 0 and 0, but we're on real time. All right, so we're going to wrap this up in just a few minutes here. We are ready to go. We got our cows. We got them fed. Now, the next episode, I got 1 minute here. We're going to go down. We're going to buy ourselves a tiny little subsoiler, and we're going to start subsoiling this. And we're going to try to get this and that done. And if it takes us an hour, it takes us an hour. If we get it done in a half, we'll get it done in a half. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get our projects done in the time frame that I have. Let's check real quick the weather. Oh, yeah, you see now? See, this one does say total mixed ration in it. It says hay and grass. Okay, so I'm mistaken. Over there, it just says food. This says you can put total mixed ration in there. Okay, so I was mistaken. See, I like to clear up my mistakes. What was I going to look up? What was I looking up here, everyone, before I left? Oh, the weather. The weather outside is frightful. And the lawn is so delightful. When we have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Okay. So we're nothing. Okay, nothing for today at all. All right, so on that note, we're going to wrap this up. So look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when I drop a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend. And on that note, Fury Machine is out. I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to head to bed. I'll edit this in the morning, and I'll try to get it out as quickly as I can to you guys. And I love each and every one of you. See how it says 208 slurry? Check that out. And when I come in here, it says 208 slurry, but no manure yet. But watch, it will go to it. Trust me, periodically, I'll make sure I check that. On this map, you get slurry and manure. How cool is that? All right, on that note, I'll catch everybody on the flip side. We had a good time. We did our trivia, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode.